good professor, and he was more old school. Like he didn't like doing interviews over the phone, doing it over FaceTime. He liked doing it in person, and I guess it just kind of rubbed off on me. And I'm the same way. Like I hate doing interviews over the phone, over email because you can't tell a lot of times if somebody's uncomfortable with something like you can in person.
Yeah. Yeah, I was definitely inspired by one of my professors, and I still am to this day, and my grandpa.
Yeah, and then probably outside of writing and journalism, for sure Demi Lovato. I'm a diehard Lovatic. I love her music. I love what she stands for and how she's been using her own experiences of bullying and eating disorders, everything to become this advocate
Mm-hmm.
for for other people.
Guys, dinos for doubles. Yeah, I love Britney Spears. She was one of my. I still love her to this day. I think if
And
you
there's
pop mainstream
no,
culture,
I
pop
mean,
culture.
some people just absolutely disdain her.
Yeah.
And it's like you can have your opinion, I can have my opinion.
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay, some other questions would be: were you raised religious? And if yes or no, are you religious today?
I definitely was raised in the church, going every Sunday, all that stuff. But now I wouldn't say I'm as religious as I was when I was younger.
Hmm. Hmm. Oh, another question would be: what do you do to socialize? Where do you like to meet new people if it's like outside of social media?
Oh, geez, pretty much anywhere. I mean, I've met friends at, running clubs, sporting venues, different restaurants.
Hmm.
So there's no like one particular place that I've met new friends.
Do you have any questions for me now? I've asked you six. You asked me six.
I can't think of anything else.
Okay. Ooh. Oh boy. Well, if you want, you can ask the chat if they have any questions.
Yeah.
Ask the chat if they have any
All
questions.
right. MVP Morning Sun,
I'll be right back.
ICU, Kelly, and Caper. And Town Pump, that's fine if she's an atheist. I don't fucking care. Happy said, I actually, now that you say I worked for the school newspaper, I actually did in college. I worked for when I was taking classes here for a professional writing degree, I worked for the campus newspaper then. So it's kind of funny that you said that you mentioned it.
Okay, I have a question for you. If you are still thinking, because the chat is giving you ideas, my next
Yeah.
question for you is: how did you find me on social media? Where and when?
Oh, so how did I find you? It was just scrolling through here one day.
Oh, okay. So you found me within the last year on Favorited app.
Yeah, and then so that's how and where. And then what was the other part? I didn't catch it.
It was when. So it was.
Oh, when? So yeah, probably about I would say within the last year.
Mhm.
And I mean, you're definitely one of my favorites to chat with because I think the two of us can relate so much.
Yeah.
No, Happy, you actually were right. Yeah, Happy said, let me scroll up here.
I have another question. Is do you think that being nice gets you nowhere?
I think there is some truth to it.
Yeah. Do you have any questions from the
I'm
chat?
trying to find where.
Since the
Yeah, but there
interview we
was. I'm
did in
trying to find
Wednesday,
because
I changed it to today because
yeah,
I
Happy Sad
was
said
anti
that.
on Wednesday.
Oh yeah, so Happy Sad goes great reporting. He works for the school newspaper, and I said, actually, now that you mention it, I actually did when I
Mhm.
was in college working on a professional writing degree. I actually did work for the campus newspaper.
Oh, that's awesome. Guys, got
And they go, "Oh my gosh, he thought I was serious." I'm like, "No." All right, question. Okay, anybody that's got questions for either m- myself or Adriel, drop them.
okay. I have to switch phones, so
Okay, you're
I'm
good.
not leaving. I'm just switching phones.
No, you're fine. Oh, that's a good one, Natalie. Yeah, too bad. It's too bad I can't pin more than one comment because you all have some really good
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I
ones.
just have to connect this phone really quick to my JBL and turn my volume up and my brightness. Hang on. Okay, what's the question now?
So
Thanks, Lisa.
Natalie goes, ask her how she handles the bullying.
Um, I asked a lot of influencers for advice over the last few years and applied it to this day. And truly, the only people whose advice you could take when it comes to getting TikTok famous are other people who have already experienced. A piece of advice is if you will ever do social media and blow up on social media, the only people who can give you real honest advice to come up with logical tactical strategies at handling bullying would be from people who have done social media longer than you, who have more bullies than you. Because every single creator who's gone viral, and now the person I had this conversation with, he is a live streamer, an influencer, he's an OF model, and he has like 25 million TikTok followers. He has, or no, 25 million. Let me see how many Instagram followers he has. He went through a really crazy period of bullying. Hang on, I'm trying to find him. Um,
So,
he has like over a million on Twitter. He has like
oh, so that person's
millions on
really big.
Instagram. His TikTok has about 20 million. Um, that person
Sheesh.
gave me the best advice, and yeah. So if you want me to give you the advice I was given, it doesn't come from me though.
Yeah. All right.
It's not. It's not. Okay. So like handling cyberbullying on social media when you're TikTok famous is not the same thing as handling bullying in the workplace or bullying in
Yeah.
public school or bullying on a college campus. Handling it on social media is accepting it, forgiving it, and desensitizing yourself to it. So, what I mean by that is you have to desensitize yourself to it. That's the only way I can explain it. And this person put into the perspective where it might take a period of time, but if you could just stop and think, everyone has haters. Mr. Beast, who's probably the most generous person who literally went viral for giving away money and helping others, still has haters. So you have to just accept that when you do social media, if you go viral, if you become internet famous, you're going to have haters no matter what you do, and you have to desensitize yourself to it, apply yourself, and continue doing what you're doing, because some
Yeah.
of the best people will always have haters,
Oh,
even some
yeah.
of the worst people. They all do, no matter who they are. Dinos for doubles. It's just part of the job.
And to the moon, who is this Tucker that everybody keeps referencing?
Guys, do you have any questions for him? Now, obviously, if you're handling bullying in the workplace, you should do your best to avoid work shifts with that person, or avoid, like, just try to move. Just try to stay away from them, because as best as you can, you want to focus on the job. If you physically cannot move, like, it was easy for me. If there was a coworker who I just wasn't compatible with, I would request a different classroom, and I would just assist a different classroom and not even have to deal with that person. But if you're like a bartender and um you are stuck on shift with another shitty person who's like a bartender, switch shifts. Or if you can't switch shifts and you really are stuck working with them, if they ever try to get personal, it's really simple. It's the same thing that I would have done with students in public schools, called redirection. So, like, if students are distracted, they're whispering, all this, you just redirect them to the task and ask them, how many answers have you completed? Or you ask the other one, do you need any help? Or you say, what question are you on? Do you need help on this question? And it just kind of cancels out. You want to reinforce what their task is. So at work, if I ever had to deal with a shitty coworker who was always like in drama with other coworkers, it's like, don't even open up that personal dialogue. So the moment they start getting personal, just say, hey, I have to go stock the cooler. Sorry, can't talk about this right now. Or, hey, I have to refill the ice machine. I can't talk about this right now. Eventually, they'll just see that you're busy, and they'll just eventually realize that you're not someone who they can talk to. They'll move
Yeah.
on and talk to someone else, and that is how, like, you can avoid lots of drama that could escalate to bullying in the workplace. I never really dealt with that, like, bullying in the workplace per se. I just dealt with people who are just not a good fit for me to work with. And I know that, like, a lot of you watching this might not know what I'm talking about, because maybe you love everyone you work with. But if you've been in lots of different fields like me, like, I used to work in a pharmacy for 3 years. I worked in public school for 7 years. I was a bartender for years. It's really easy if you just have really boundaries and focus on the task at hand. If you focus on the task at hand, like, for example, this girl, she was a really nice bartender, but she was struggling with addiction. She would sneak alcohol in her mug and she would drink on the job, and that's none of my business. I'm not gonna, like, unless it's like affecting her job and my job and causing problems, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just gonna focus on myself. But she would get really um she would have really bad fights with the other coworkers, and she would try to just talk about it with me and all that stuff, and I would literally just do what I just said. I would say, "Hey, is your breakup coming up soon? Because I can get this covered and finish this task. If you want to take your break now, it's dead." Because typically the bartenders would just start yapping when it was dead and there was like no customers. So
Yeah.
I would be like, maybe you should just go sit outside and just smoke a cig or something, and, like, just to try to redirect them, because you don't want to get personal with coworkers, and you don't
Yeah.
want to get in the middle. Like, I shit you not, this used to happen with teachers, because I was a paraprofessional. I was an aide in the classroom. And sometimes the teachers would, like, have fucking fights with the other teachers, and they would try to drag me into it. And so, like, if I noticed that they were like that, I would just avoid working in their classroom. Um, but some of them I stayed, but yeah. Because, like, each teacher has a different teaching philosophy, and
Yeah.
oh, they would get into it with each other over lesson plans. It was dumb. So thank you, Lisa, Taya, and Wilhelmina Perkins.
Okay, now we ask her how and where you meet people outside of social media.
I don't have time to get out and socialize much, but when I do, I go to music venues, and I typically will a lot every weekend. People hit me up to go to a show, go here, but I can't do it. I say I'm live streaming. My one friend thinks I'm blowing him off all the time now. But
Yeah.
anyways, no, this weekend or last weekend, he said I respect it. But anyway, I go to music venues and shows. That's how I meet people. My kids' sports when they're in season. I meet other parents there, but I try not to get too personal and keep to myself. Oh,
Yeah.
But yeah. Everyone tap the screen. Thanks, Lisa. Questions. I don't know if I can
If
come
anybody
up
has
with any.
questions for me as well,
Yeah.
I'm going to take them. And everybody keeps talking about
Mhm.
this Tucker person, and like that you should meet with them and stuff. I'm like, well, who is this? Patty, do I battle a lot? Not really. I more so like to just hang out in people's boxes. Adriel is more of a more one to battle than I am.
Mm-hmm. Guys, dinos for doubles. Well, this will be the last game, and if you ever
All
want to
right.
do a, if you want to make this a weekly thing, if you want to
Um.
every Sunday, you can just come up with like, maybe next time come up with like 15 questions if you want.
Yeah, or maybe we can have like different themes
Yeah,
each
and
week too.
if you ever like can't come up with more than 5 because you just don't know what to think of, you can always ask Grok or Chat GPT, and they will write you a nice concise list.
Yeah, and also I love just opening it up to the chat too, because you get
Yeah.
to see what other people have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so schedule your live event for next Sunday. We can do this every Sunday
Yeah,
at your time of choice because you must have off weekends, right?
I'm Saturdays work pretty good. Sundays I'm free, usually between I would say like 10:30 and like
Let's do it
3
every
your time.
Sunday. Every Sunday at like 1 p.m. or noon work or no?
I mean Sundays at 11 would work.
11 for you. Oh, because you're an hour behind. Yeah, it's every
Yeah.
Sunday at 11. Yeah, and then we can just new themes or just do like
Yeah, or
um
one of these times even just have the whole chat run the
we could just call it life questions every Sunday.
yeah.
Yeah.
All
Every
right.
Sunday at noon EST, 11
Yeah.
CST, and then 10 a.m. Mountain Time, 9 a.m. Central Time or Pacific Time.
Yeah, I know what you meant.
Yeah.
But yeah, MVP, Bougie, DD, and Leap Year.
Well, thanks for the good show, and I'll see you
Yeah.
next time. Definitely Sunday.
All right.
Thank you, Philip.
No problem.
God bless.
Same.
Are you ranked?
What's up?
Are you in the daily ranking?
What?
Are you in the ranking?
No, not yet.
Hmm.
Are you?
No, I'm 600 points away.
Alright. Let's
Guys,
go,
how do you
chat.
feel about that every Sunday at noon?